Yeah, come in.
Hi, Mr. Hall.
Yeah, hi.
Mariah Tommy here with ADP.
Hey.
How are you doing?
I'm alright. How about yourself?
I'm doing very well. Do you mind if I take a seat?
Yeah, if you want.
Thank you so much. Before we get started, here's my business card. Do you happen to have one for me as well?
Yeah, I got one.
Thank you so much. So I was reading on your website, and I noticed that you guys really pride yourself on bringing magic and joy to a pet's day. And I really thought it would be fitting if I showed you my pride and joy. That's my dog.
Oh, that's
Pretty
nice.
cute, right? I love her to death. And it made
my wife
me...
would probably adopt her.
Really?
What she wants to do is bring
more pets
anything with
in?
fur in here.
Oh, how sweet. I would feel the same exact way.
Yeah, I used to. Now it's just a pain.
Yes, I agree. Well, we'll talk more about that, but, it really got me thinking that we are really in very similar businesses. Just like you guys take care of a pet when their owner is not there. You provide care for them and you protect them. We do the same thing here at ADP. With my clients, that's what I do. I provide them care so they can get back to focusing on what they really enjoy.
Can you protect me from my wife?
I don't know. Tell me more about that. What's going on?
I mean, it's just kind of a pain, The company's not very profitable right now. We haven't turned a profit yet. So,
Okay.
Kind of living her dream, I guess, but we're not really doing so well. So
I'm really sorry to hear that, sir. You mentioned something about profit, and that kind of ties into really what I would like to talk about. So to kind of base our meeting off of what you said, you mentioned to me that right now you are having some difficulties with the business. So I'd kind of like to explore that area, identify what challenges you're having currently, and see how ADP can provide value for you. And if you do see the value, the price is right, and we're able to save you the money that you would like, we can talk about the next steps. How does that sound?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know if I'm in the market for anything at this time. I just kind of wanted to make sure I held up my end to you.
Absolutely.
I kind of forgot about this meeting to begin with. So.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to see me, though. Is 20 minutes still okay?
Yeah, it should be all right.
Okay. So kind of share with me a little bit about your business as far as who would be part of the decision criteria in implementing, decision process, I should say, when implementing a new system.
Yeah, I mean, it's my name on the sign, but it's me and the wife, really.
What's your wife's name?
Jerry.
Jerry? Oh, okay. With an I or an E? Or a Y?
With an I.
With an I. Okay, so you're Jerry with a Y.
That's right.
Oh, great, great. And as far as when partnering with a company, what are some things that you're looking for?
I mean, again, it's just really about the profitability. I don't know that there's,
And how many employees do you have?
Right now we're at 10.
10, okay. And just one location?
Yep.
Okay. Are you looking to expand in the future if profits increase?
I mean, I can't turn a profit. I don't even know. Expansion's definitely not in the books right now.
Not right now. Okay. So let's talk about this profit issue. What do you feel is the major area that's taking away the profits that you're looking for? As far as a couple of these areas.
To be honest with you, I'm not really sure. We only have 10 employees.
Okay.
Right now, cash flow is an issue. Just getting that to move. Right now our walkers. They seem to like us. They stay around. We seem to turn and burn with the employees we have here. That work in the office. So maybe it's my wife that they don't like. I don't know. I
understood.
That, but.
It's interesting. You remind me of a similar client, Joe's Pizza. They had about 10 employees, different type of business, obviously, but they weren't really sure where their cash flow was going. So we started out by looking at their time and attendance to see what was going on in there. So right now, how do you go about punching in managing your employees' time?
The wife really just collects that info when people are doing the work, and she gives it to me. I kind of just handle payroll side with that.
So you get the calculations on a written piece of paper?
Yeah.
Okay, and then how do you go about integrating that into your payroll?
I usually just go into the office and kind of plug everything in Excel and get the info together, just cut checks. So.
How much time does that take you?
Maybe a couple hours, 2-3 hours a week.
2-3 hours a week, and you do your payroll how many times per month?
Well, it depends on the month. I mean, we pay every week, so 4 or 5 times.
Okay, so you pay it weekly. Okay. 3 to 4 hours per week is quite a bit of time. What would you like to do with that time rather than spend it on payroll?
Sometimes that's what I like to do. It gets me away from the wife for a bit.
Okay.
things are a little rocky when your business isn't profitable. So
absolutely, I can fully understand that.
But at the end of the day, I guess we could try to focus on the business. But
focus on the business. What do you like to do outside of the business? What are some of your hobbies?
I try to get out.
Okay.
Wife just has so many animals at home.
Gotcha.
Maybe go play around at golf or something.
Well, there you go. Play golf. Maybe spend that time and do something, to really raise your spirits. That might be fun.
Yeah.
So after you integrate that time and attendance into the payroll, how do you go about processing your payroll?
I just take those calculations from Excel and really just, plug it in. I cut everybody a check each week. So.
Okay. And that portion, do you feel like pretty confident in the deductions, all the calculations as far as that goes?
Yeah, for the most part, I try to keep up with any other regulations that pop up.
Okay.
Looking that information up online, Googling and stuff.
Okay, understood. Real quick.
Guessing it's right.
Okay, guessing it's right. Have you had any problems with the deductions as far as audits in the business? Any sort of fines?
Not as of yet. No.
Okay, not as of yet. But do you feel pretty confident that the calculations are good?
Somewhat. I'm a 10-man company. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm the little guy, so.
Okay. As far as the time and attendance goes, you mentioned that your employees are writing in their time. Have you had any problems with employee time theft in the past?
No, I don't think so. My wife kind of oversees it, so she hasn't mentioned anything.
Okay, she hasn't mentioned anything. That's good. Because I would like to kind of make you aware of that on occasion, sometimes employees aren't even aware of the fact that they might be taking 5 minutes here and there. And it happens quite often, and it happened with Joe's Pizza as well, that their employees were, clocking in maybe a little bit early, just kind of writing it in and guessing. And if you're paying your employees, do you pay them about $8 an hour?
Yeah, it varies. But
okay, so if you're paying them around $8 an hour, if they're stealing just 15 minutes in a day, if you have 10 employees, in a whole year's time, that's $6,000. That's quite a significant amount of money, would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely.
So can you imagine if you were able to have that time back into your hands as well as that amount of money? That'd be, what do you feel you would be able to do with that for your business?
I guess we could put that money elsewhere. It might be able to help turn into profit for us.
Definitely. And ultimately let you go play golf.
Well,
right?
Yeah.
Good. Now let's talk about human resource compliance. Do you guys feel like you're pretty up to date with all the compliance procedures?
Yeah, I guess. Again, I kind of looked some of those up. But,
okay.
I don't know that some of it falls under our realm since we're so small.
Okay.
Maybe if we grow at some point, it would be a concern.
It would be a concern. So right now you feel pretty confident in that area. No problems as of yet?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear. So we talked about tax liability. Right now you feel pretty confident in what's going on there, but not really certain that your deductions are being taken out properly. Is that correct?
Yeah, again, I just have them listed there, so when I calculate on the Excel, it just kind of,
calculates it.
Pulls it, yeah.
Okay, understood. Now, as far as onboarding employees, you mentioned that you have 10 employees right now. How's that turnover going?
5 of them are walkers.
Okay.
They seem to stay around.
They do, okay.
Yeah, it's the other ones at the office that we just kind of turn through, so
okay.
last 6 months, something like that.
Okay. Do you guys do any sort of background checks? Because I know those walkers do go in people's homes, correct?
That's her realm. I don't think she does, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel that doing background checks would be beneficial for you guys, just to give that security that, if somebody was going to go into one of your clients' homes, you feel pretty confident that nothing's going to happen?
I guess we haven't had anything happen.
Okay.
I don't know that I really thought about that.
Okay.
I kind of trust Jerry's judgment, so.
Good, I'm glad. I'm really glad. So we talked about a couple of areas, not really major pain points that you're experiencing, but I'm thinking this might be good for you to think about as far as preventative. Okay, so we talked about time and attendance. Right now you are spending that 2 to 3 hours on having to calculate your employees' time, and that's every single week. Also, there could be a potential $6,000 that's going away from your cash flow. That money can be spent towards improving your business, and that time can be spent towards you actually really enjoying what it is you like to do, which is playing golf. Okay. We also talked about payroll. We'll talk about how that is going to be an integrated solution into your time and attendance. And as far as the HR compliance, you feel like that's going well, which I'm really happy about. Tax liability, we'll explore that and show you how ADP is going to give you the confidence that those deductions are being taken out properly and eliminate the possibility for you to be fined, okay? Now, if you were able to find a company that was able to provide you solutions to some of these areas that could cause issues in the future if they're not addressed, would that be something that you'd be interested in hearing more about?
I mean, yeah, I can always hear something. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know that I'm in the market for anything right now. I mean,
okay.
With cash flow being such an issue, but, it doesn't hurt to look, I guess.
So for you, do you feel the main reason why you would hold back from doing something like this is because of the cash flow?
Yeah.
Okay, I fully understand that. And we'll talk about how, we'll compare what it is you're currently doing to what we can save you later on in the presentation. But with that being said, do you feel comfortable exploring how we can provide you some solutions?
I mean, yeah, if you have something to show me.
Great.
Don't want you to come out here for nothing.
Of course. Well, I thank you again for your time. So just to kind of share with you a little bit about ADP and how we compare, I should say how we're different from our competitors, is that when a lot of people think about payroll, they think about just payroll. They don't really consider human resource management. And what we do is we provide service all the way from onboarding to tax liability. Okay, so we do provide a lot of different services. But I really feel what speaks volumes is our numbers. 1 in 6, 600,000, and 98%. Okay, so 1 in 6 is how many employees in the United States are actually using our payroll system. 600,000 companies is how many clients we have, and 98% retention. So do you feel like if they weren't satisfied with what solutions we were able to provide them, would they come back for more?
I mean, probably not.
Probably not, right? So that's a little bit about ADP. But I do want to walk you through our payroll processing app and show you how this is going to give you the time back into your hands and hopefully improve your cash flow. Okay?
You know, before we get that, I mean, can you maybe show me what it costs to be? I mean, I don't want you to go through the whole thing and waste your time if it's something that wouldn't even be worth looking at. So, I mean, what kind of costs do you guys have?
Okay, so you want to hear the price of it. Is that correct?
Yep.
I fully understand, and I would love to jump into that. I kind of like to look at it this way. If I was to kind of show you a car on the car lot and say that car costs $1,000, would you go in and buy it?
Well, cars have price on the sticker, so I know which ones to stay away from. So,
right.
I mean, what kind of costs are you guys looking at?
Right, because you probably want to know if it has a wheel, if it can actually drive. So I can tell you the price, but if you don't really like the solution and see the value in it, then the price is irrelevant. Would you agree?
Well, if the price is too much, I won't even look at it to see if I like it or not.
Okay,
so.
I fully understand. Well, with that being said, I can show you how our price will compare to what it is you're currently doing.
Okay.
If that would make you feel comfortable, and then we can move forward. Does that sound okay?
Yep. I like
okay.
That.
So you said you have 10 employees. You do your payroll on a weekly basis. So it'd be $28.95, okay, per pay period. If you do it weekly, it's only $1,597. Price-wise, what do you think about that?
What's the 1,000?
The one.
Is that a year cost?
That would be for the full year. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that would be in a year's time.
Okay.
How does that price look to you?
I mean, it looks like it's affordable.
Okay.
Again, I'm not sure if it's something we can do, but yeah, I mean, I'd say
Great.
It's worth looking at what you guys have.
Okay, so because the prices, you feel comfortable with that, we can carry forward and looking at the presentation?
Yeah, I'll take a look.
Excellent. Okay, I'm going to scoot over here so that I can show you this process, okay? So this is our ADP Run app. It's going to be, you can put it on your phone, you can put it on your iPad, computer, whatever you prefer. So we're going to go ahead and do the payroll, okay? This is going to bring up the pay period that you're doing. You can also go back in your records and look at other payroll periods, okay? Go ahead and click Resume. This will show you all the different employees that you have. Let's say that one of your employees changes from hourly to salary, you can change that. Also, you're able to do direct deposit. Do you have direct deposit right now?
No, we don't get into that fancy stuff.
Why not?
No. I mean, it's just low. I mean, I just would cut the guy's checks. So.
Okay. If you prefer to continue doing it that way, you can. If you would rather have it just directly deposited in their account, then you can do that as well. So whichever you would prefer. Go ahead and click Preview and Calculate. Now this is going to bring up your deductions. So you mentioned that right now you're not fully certain that your Excel sheet is calculating those deductions properly with your current payroll service. This is going to give you all the different detailed report of what it is you should be, what it is your deductions will be, okay?
Right.
And then from there, ADP will take out that amount of money and pay those deductions, okay? So that's giving you that assurance that not only are your deductions paid on time, but they're paid properly, okay? So go ahead and click calculate, and oops, it must have went away. And then you're going to be all done from there. So approve, there we go. Calculate or approve payroll, and then you're all done, okay? So compared to 2 to 3 hours per week, do you feel like this is going to give you a lot more time back in your hands?
Yeah, it will. Hopefully it's not having to be with the wife sometimes, but...
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, do you feel like control is back in your hands and you can use it towards doing things that you would want to do?
Yeah, I mean, if that allows me to focus on other things, that's...
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good. I'm glad that you see that. So as far as the time and attendance go, let's explore that option, okay? There's a couple of different options as far as how you want to have your employees keep their time. Because right now you're doing a login, correct? You can do a web timesheet. What I would recommend to fully reduce the possibility of having any time theft is a biometric clock, okay? But, however, you do have a lot of different walkers. Is that correct?
Yeah, we got 5.
Do you feel like having a mobile login would be more beneficial for them? Or do they log in on site?
I mean, I guess they could. I mean, sometimes they're, picking guys up maybe without coming here, so...
Okay, so which one do you feel would be better? A biometric clock where they have a thumbprint or a web timesheet?
I mean, for them, maybe a phone or...
Okay.
I don't know. We could bring them to the office, would be a clock, I guess. Maybe.
Okay, so we can actually explore 2 options. If you wanted to have the biometric clock for those employees that are in the office, that would be fine. And then the web timesheet, they can log in with their phones, and it'll show their GPS location, okay? So that'll reduce the possibility that any time is actually stolen, so you have that money for your cash flow to use for your business, okay? All right, so we explored those 2 areas as far as payroll, time, and attendance, and you feel that HR compliance, tax liability, and that onboarding is really smooth sailing right now. So I feel that this solution is going to provide you a lot of different value as far as giving you the time back into your hands as well as giving you some more cash flow for your business, okay? So I'm going to write in here your current cost of $6,000 that you're spending unknowingly through potential time theft. And we mentioned that right now with our system, you have a 1,000, let me pull it up again. We have $1,597, and then for the biometric clock and web entry, $800, okay? So it'd only be $2,000 per year, okay? So you mentioned that price is very important to you. Do you feel like that price is going to give you the value that you're looking for?
I mean, versus that money, I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm looking to add any cost today, just because of we are. I got a couple credit cards that are maxed out with payroll debt.
Okay.
We really need to look at turning the profit. Something that we're focused on.
When you say payroll debt, what do you mean by that?
Well, just the money that's out there on payrolls. Paying the employees. Since we're not profitable yet, sometimes we're just digging right into my personal.
Okay.
Kind of expenses. So.
Understood.
I got a couple credit cards out there that I've been using to pay employees if we didn't have the cash flow.
Okay.
So we gotta get some stuff like that paid off.
Fully understand, and like I said, we're not looking to take away money that you are looking for other things. This is just money that you're already spending on your current payroll. So I fully understand if you feel that this is kind of pushing the limit as far as your budget of payroll. And with that being said, do you feel like having a second appointment would be necessary?
I mean, we can run some of the info by Jerry.
Okay.
Again, part of the timepiece is her collecting to give to me. So.
Okay. So with that being said, let's set up an appointment so we can bring Jerry in here and see if she sees the value that we can bring both financially as well as the time. Because I do feel that through our solution, it's going to give you what it is you're looking for. But I can understand that it's hard to see it believe it until you see it, I should say.
Right.
So what about Wednesday at 9 o'clock? Would that work?
Yeah, that should be good.
Okay, and she'll be available to do that as well?
Yep.
Great. Great. 9 o'clock Wednesday. I'll put everything in here.
Thank you
so much for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Oops. I'm right in front of the door.